Good morning, everybody. So today we are working on triangle inequalities. In this post, there are the worked out all completed notes, and there's this video explaining the notes. Please make sure you watch this video and look at the notes before you complete the practice. The practice is posted and will not be due until tomorrow, Wednesday, March 25th at midnight. There will not be an additional assignment tomorrow. This will be your assignment for today and tomorrow. All right, so the first thing we're talking about is determining which angles are the smallest. So it says, if two sides of a triangle are not congruent, then the following is true. The largest angle lies opposite of the largest side, and the smallest angle lies opposite of the shortest side. So in my picture over here, I'm going to determine which one is my smallest side. So if I look, 34 is the smallest side. If I go directly across from that, I see that I am at angle C. That means angle C will be my smallest. To determine my largest, I'm going to find my largest side of 34, 37, and 46. 46 is the largest. If I go directly across from the 46, I arrive at angle B, and that means angle B is my largest angle. Obviously, if you have your largest and your smallest, you can figure out which one is in the middle. All right, a couple examples over here. So if I want to list them in order from largest to smallest, so largest side, I have 75, 80, and 82. 82 is my largest. From here, go directly across. I'm at A. It means A is my largest. I'm going to go to my next largest. Between 75 and 80, 80 is bigger. So that's my next. If I go directly across from there, I end up at B, which means B is my next one. And last but not least, my smallest side, the only one left, is 75. If I go across, I end up at C, and I find out that C is my smallest angle in this picture. All right, try another one. Same idea. So this one doesn't give me enough information, or doesn't give me all the information, but if I think about it, there are 180 degrees in a triangle. If this angle is 105, that only leaves 75 degrees for the rest of the triangle. There is no way that D or F is bigger than E. That means E has to be my largest angle. Okay. Then I'm going to use my sides to find out the rest. Between 12 and 16, 16 is larger. So I'm going to go across from 16, and I get angle D. And last but not least, the angle, or the side left over, is 12. And the angle across from that is F. Sometimes it comes up, how do I know which angle is across from it? If you look at this side that's 12 right here, it touches D and E. The only angle that this does not touch is the one that's left over, which is on the other side, which has to be F. Okay. All right. Sometimes you'll be given the word problem and not the picture, so you gotta draw the picture out. So it says given triangle JKL. So here's my triangle. It says JK, this side is 8, KL was 5, and JL was 7. I've already drawn it out, as you can see. All right, we're doing largest to smallest. Largest is 8. Across from there is L. Between 7 and 5, 7 is the next biggest. Across from 7 is K. And last but not least, we have this 5, and across from the 5, I end up at J. So my angles are LKJ if I am going from largest to smallest. Make sure you're paying attention if it's asking from largest to smallest or smallest to largest. Alright, that was for angles. And now with sides. So you can see the answers are written right there. Talk about it. If two angles of a triangle are not congruent, then the following is true. The longest side lies opposite of the largest angle, and the shortest side lies opposite of the smallest angle. Which side is the longest and which one is the shortest? Alright, longest, I'm going to look for the biggest angle. 75 is the biggest. I need to go across the triangle to a side that is not touching C. That is the side right here. Okay. Remember, when you label a side, you use both endpoints. So AB. Right. Between 58 and 47, 58 is larger. If I go directly across, I'm over here. Okay. On this side right here, which again we use two letters, AC. And last but not least, my smallest angle is at 47, which means it's going to be across from the smallest side, which is right here. And we're going to call that, BC. And I just answered all of them. So the longest is AB, the shortest was BC, and this one was in the middle. Okay. Same idea over here, if we were to try to find them. Okay, remember they're 180 degrees. I don't have this measurement, so we could use the fact that we know that there are 180 degrees in a triangle and say 180 minus 54 minus 74 to find out what's left. When we do that, we find out that this angle has to be 52. Largest to smallest, largest angle is across from the largest side. So AB. Next largest is 54, which is going to be across from BC. Process of elimination, last one left is my 52, which is across from AC. B, so in order to solve B, I know I have to find some angles. These two right here create a straight line, which equals 180 degrees. So to find those, I'm going to do 180 minus 114, and I find out this is 66. Okay. And then I also know that there are 180 degrees in a triangle, so I can do 180 minus 35 minus 66 and get 79 in order to find out this angle is 79. Okay. And we can use the same rules we've been following. Largest angle is across from the largest side. Is RQ. Next largest is 66, which is across from MQ. And last but not least, 35, which is across from MR. Okay. Last but not least, C is the same idea. You could draw a picture. Just going to draw it real quick so that you can see it. Obviously, my picture is not drawn to scale, and that's okay. A lot of times these pictures won't be, so don't go by the pictures and assume. Okay. Real quick, largest, largest, next, Next. And last one, 31 across from DE. Okay. All right, the second part of triangle inequalities is determining which sides can make a triangle. So the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. So in other words, the smallest plus the second smallest has to be greater than the largest. So if you want to know, do the sides make a triangle? Okay. So you're going to pick out your smallest two sides, in this case 1 and 3. You're going to add them together and you're going to figure out, are they bigger than this third side? 1 plus 3 is 4. Is 4 bigger than 6? No. So these would not make a triangle. Okay. Same idea here. Smallest and smallest. We're going to add those two together. We want to find out, are they greater than the largest side? 11 plus 12 is 23. Is 23 greater than 15? Yes, it is. So if I had these three pieces, they would make a triangle. All right, smallest two sides of this one, 1 and 8. It just so happens that both of them have 8. It's just the smaller. 1 plus 8 is greater than 8. Or is it greater? 1 plus 8 is 9. Is 9 greater than 8? Yes. So this would make a triangle. All right, last one. You gotta be careful this one. So smallest two sides are 4 and 5. So 4 plus 5, is it greater than 9? 4 plus 5 is 9. Is 9 greater than 9? No, it's equal to. So these three sides would not make a triangle. Okay. If you want to test it, you can try all of these examples over here, which are posted in the worksheet. Okay. And last thing, same idea, just taking it a little bit farther with the sides. So if two given sides of a triangle A and B, where side A is smaller than side B, then the possible length for the third side can be represented by the following inequality. B minus A is less than L is less than B plus A. So in other words, you don't know the two sides I give you if they are the two smaller sides, if one is a smaller and one is a larger. So you're trying to figure out what are some possible values that would work for the third side of this triangle. So what we do is we figure out which one is bigger of the two that they gave you. So of the two they gave you, 12 is bigger and 8 is my smaller. So what I do is I do my bigger minus my smaller has to be less than the length of the third side. That also has to be less than my bigger plus my smaller. So 12 minus 8 is 4. 12 plus 8 is 20. What this tells me is that if I have two sides of a triangle that are 8 and 12, that I could have a third side that is anywhere between 4 and 20, and it would still give me a triangle. So my third side could be 10, it could be 15, it could be 19. It cannot be 1 or 4 even, because it's not equal to, it's just less than. So it has to be values between 4 and 20. Those values would make a triangle. Let's try another one. Okay, determine the bigger of the two. So 16 is the bigger of the two. 5 is my smaller. It's always the bigger minus the smaller is less than my possible length is less than my bigger plus my smaller. So 16 minus 5 is 11. 16 plus 5 is 21. So what that says again is that my third side of my triangle, if the two first ones are 5 and 16, my third side must be between 11 and 21. Right. Last one, right? Bigger, smaller. So we have bigger minus smaller has to be less than my length, plus, and then a bigger plus my smaller. So 23 minus 18 is 5. 23 plus 18 is 41. So the missing side of my triangle has to be between 5 and 41 in order to make it a triangle. Right? As you begin working on the worksheet, if you have any additional questions, feel free to send me a message and I will gladly help.